Are you ready to ignite OKC?
Yes. So I'm really not going to tell you about what I think about the world tonight. I'm going to tell you about what I learned when I was creating a crowdsourcing application called What I Change. Crowdsourcing is absolutely everywhere. You use it and you don't even realize you're using it. It's a huge buzzword right now. And so what we actually created is a crowdsourcing application that crowdsources really good ideas that can change the world. And so while we were doing this, I got hypersensitive to crowdsourcing. Crowdsourcing is very simple. Either I can do it, or I can assign somebody to do it, or I can say, hey, will somebody help me do this? And so that can take an incredible amount of forms. And really, crowdsourcing was most eloquently put by none other than Vanilla Ice when he said, slide, if you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. And I really don't have anything else to say except for let's just bask in the gloriousness of his hair real quick. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, there's nothing else to say. Well, one of the main things is, okay, if you put something out there to the crowd, is there anything valuable? Is there anything meaningful that you can pull out of it? Is there wisdom in the crowd? And I would answer emphatically, yes. We all use it every day. I use it entirely too much. It's Wikipedia. Over 3 million articles, over 100,000 different editors, 260 different languages. This is the encyclopedia for our generation. Everybody uses it. Now, this is a completely free and open source version of crowdsourcing. You can also actually compensate somebody for doing crowdsourcing, like the X Prize, which is the pinnacle, in my opinion, of innovation, as well as the Netflix Prize, which is $1 million for them to improve their algorithm for movie recommendations by 10%. 20,000 computer sciences recommended or pitched to that. The internet is perfectly suited for crowdsourcing because you can connect millions of people instantaneously. When you get millions of people together, you can do that much more. So one of the communities that's really taken a hold of this is the design community, with things like 99 Designs, CrowdSpring, Threadless. Threadless is actually pretty interesting because every single person can, if you have an idea for a t-shirt design, send it to Threadless. At the end of the day, whoever has the most votes, that'll be the t-shirt they sell the next day. But that doesn't always have the best connotation. Some designers actually do not like it. And crowdsourcing can have positive and negative connotations to it. Now, in another realm, crowdsourcing, you might even be doing it and not even realizing it. One of my favorite versions of crowdsourcing is actually reCAPTCHA. You've all done this. There's 2 words. One of these is actually something that's saying, hey, are you a computer? Are you a spam bot? No, you're actually a human being. Great, cool, you're allowed in here, you're allowed to do this. The other one is actually a scan of a page from a book that they're trying to archive. They don't know what this is, so they'd say, okay, you got the one, you probably got the other one. So you're actually helping scan books and actually helping archive the New York Times as we speak, every time you use it. This is actually up to 200 million words per day and up to 500,000 man-hours every single day. Now, this can range from really menial to incredibly innovative. You go from Mechanical Turk, which is very menial stuff, to Innocentive, which is actually crowdsourcing research and development for biotech and pharmaceutical companies. It's really cool. Companies are even taking advantage of this with customer relationship management. Like my Starbucks idea, it's really cool to see brands get out there and say, hey, how can I help you? What do you want from us? It's really cool to see this happen. And one of my favorite things about crowdsourcing is the nonprofit sector. You talk about Habitat for Humanity, crowdsourcing labor to help underprivileged families. Anytime you've done a cancer walk, you're crowdsourcing funding for these different things. I don't know about you, but I get my news from Twitter. I get it from the people that I follow. I don't know, I can't remember the last time that I typed in CNN.com into a browser. But I go to news sources more often than I ever have before because I'm crowdsourcing my news sources from my friends. Some other really cool things, GeoServer. Google Maps works well because of GeoServer. CitySource, it's an iPhone application for you to report graffiti, potholes, all sorts of cool stuff so that it gets fixed quicker. Peer-to-patent saves a lot of people from really annoying patent examiners, who I personally hate. One of my favorite examples of this is actually Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's going out of business. They want to raise $300 million to save the brewery. They've raised $135 million crowdsourcing funding. Unbelievable. And this is really only the beginning. The Web 2.0 was all about user-generated content. Web 2010 is going to be all about user-generated action, user-generated activity, getting things done on the web. And one of the things that we did is we built what I'd changed. So I invite you to check it out. You can find me on Twitter at @Briggsley, and go out there and do something with the web. Thank you.